pack. This pack's pretty terrible. The rare Radiant Physician isn't particularly good in this format. None of these uncommons are very good. We have a couple of commons that are very reasonable. Boisterous Ballad and Mooncall Ceremony are both like Dece plus. I'm not a huge fan of Call the Grave. Actually, like, there's a bunch of people, again, don't read the forums. There's a bunch of people on the forums complaining that, like, the spider archetype is too good, but I'm actually not that big a fan of the spider deck. Yeah, honestly, I think I'm going to take the Boisterous Ballad. I like Boisterous Ballad and Mooncall Ceremony. I like the aggressive decks in this format. I like running people down. Pack's kind of mediocre, too. I guess Warp Steel Shardsworn's not terrible. I guess both of these cards are fine, too, in the abstract. Like, every time I play against the spider deck and I'm playing one of the aggressive decks, I feel like I run them down more times than not. It's overdrafted and not that great. Yeah, it's weird that people complaining about things that need to be nerfed. Call the Grave isn't even best in the spider deck. It's good with the it's good with scrounge groups, right? Gotta be good with something that's like getting you some kind of value for like bringing it back from the discard pile. So I wanted to pick up more Ruby cards out of this pack. I could grab a Feed the Flames or a Cremate. I think the Feed the Flames is probably the best. Not a huge fan of any of these uncommons here. Warp Steel's like fine. Like not exciting, but it's fine. Yeah, Bombus is a quality. I don't really want to grab a Warp Steel Shardsworn. Like, I think one of the most important things you could do with this format is like stay open. So like this here, cost. This pack here tells me that I probably want to move into Sapphire. So like we passed a Warp Steel Shardstorm, which would have been like good in a deck that's Ruby Sapphire, but like this Lanu Plus Sight, this is a card that's like Alter with the 17-month resubscription. Welcome. Lanu Plus Sight indeed. Yeah, Lanu Plus Sight is just like it's like Consult the Talons, right? Both those cards are legal in this format. Just like delay to draw 3, just like buries people in limited. Buries people's like constructed too, really most of the time. Yeah, so like Warp Steel Shardsworn isn't a card that like I'm willing to try and move into Sapphire for, but like Lanu Plus Sight, this is 10 out of kind of card I'm willing to move into Sapphire for. This man, I wonder what the second person, because this is a pick 3, right? So I wonder what the second person took over this Lanu Plus Sight. Because that's pretty aggressive. Strangle is like premium removal here. There's also Thunderfield Seer in this pack. One of the things that's kind of medium about taking a Strangle out of this pack is that if I take a Strangle out of this pack, I'm passing a Butcher and a Zenthos Hunger, and Call the Grave and Naive Black are like also playable. So like if I take a Blood playable out of this pack, I'm passing Blood playables to the people to my right, which means I'm probably going to get cut back on Blood in the next pack. So I'll go ahead and take this Thunderfield Seer, I think. Maybe we'll move into Bombus. Another Feed the Flames here. Yeah, I love this card. Just like it's one of the best pieces of common removal in 665, and it's just like one of the best pieces of common removal in this format too. What do we got here? I don't really love weaving and nothing. Moving into like double sapphires, kind of medium minus. We got an evaporate and a razor's edge here. I don't hate evaporate. There's enough combat tricks in this format that like this is a sweet blowout card. There's also enough removal in this format that like using evaporate to like pick up one of our threats and redeploy it is pretty reasonable. It is angry form typing. It is angry form. I need to stop. I have a problem. I have a problem. Stupid people make me need to tell them they're stupid. Actually, I like this card a lot too. The Empower cards are like really powerful. A 3/2 for 3 that like gets something out of the way when you need to attack is fantastic, and like the fact that this like scales up to a 6 drop in the late game when you draw it, and it's just like a 6/4 bomb is fantastic. Nothing else in this pack is very good in general. Like Hatchery Bodyguard's like a fine board card if you're in blood. If you're in blood anyways. Go ahead and grab the Ashwood Apprentice here. Yeah, I agree. Neither Evaporate or Razor's Edge are very high pick priorities, but they were like the two cards that were playable for us in that pack. One of the things too that's about, and this isn't true just of explicitly Kismet draft, but it's just like Hex draft formats in general, is that because we have 17 card packs, and a lot of the times we need 17 or 18 resources in our deck, a lot of the cards that you want, you're going to have far more than enough playable, so like taking kind of speculative picks on cards you might not end up playing isn't terrible. Grab the Emberleaf Evoker. I like this card a lot. It's pretty powerful. This card's great in Grandfather Elk. You just get to like smash them on turn 4 and then like put this into play for free a lot of the time or close to free. We're obviously not playing Grandfather Elk, but in general, this card's been great for me in Elk decks. I like Battle Agendas. This is our first pack again. This first pack didn't have anything good in it the last time, so it like really hasn't changed. I guess I'll take this Battle Agenda. Insaku with the 13-month subscription. Welcome back. Welcome to the Raichu Sub Club. I do appreciate it. Thank you for the continued support. So like, I find it, yay, our cremate came back like I thought it would. Look at that. I love me a cremate. And like this is a great example. Like we were talking about having too many playables. So like we're in pack 1 and I have like 10 cards that are theoretically playable in this deck. And like I'm only going to need 22 or 23 playables from 3 packs. So like we're going to have plenty to go around. Altar of Nulzan is still here. Man, the altar is still there. I'm going to draft the constructed playable Altar of Nulzan. Forge is okay. I don't have that many troops in my deck. Forge is a very real cost to enabling it. It's good in like the Diamond Ruby aggressive decks, but like in the Ruby Sapphire, like we're not flooding the board, so I don't think Forge is especially fantastic. No, the forms are just people bitching because they're little bitches. It's basically what it always comes down to. Like, so like the best example I could give is like when I was growing up, we did a lot of PC gaming and we played just like mono first person shooters, right? From like age 12 to 20. And whenever you talk to the people that played first person shooters on the PC, whenever you talk to, you talked about like playing a first person shooter on the console, people are always like, first person shooters are unplayable on the console, you don't get the precision that you get with a mouse and keyboard, blah 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 blah. But like first person shooters were so like wildly popular on consoles, right? So like even though there was like this group of like basically snobby, you know, PC master race can only play a first person shooter with a keyboard mouse, like there were still plenty of console players that just like they loved their first person shooters and they played them. So like the feedback on the forums right now on the PS4 release is a bunch of people that are like expecting the PS4 release to mirror their experience on the PC when it's a different platform. Just like, yeah, we played Half-Life. We played a lot of Counter-Strike Source in 1.5, 1.5, 1.6, Counter-Strike Source. Source was my jam during high school and undergrad. But we definitely cut our gaming teeth on this fine lash. But hopefully get a flickering gobbler. Oh, baby. Charge Colossus? There's no way this is playable, right? Just like 0% chance. As much as I would love for it to be playable. Shackling Strands is pretty good. I think Shackling Strands is the pick. Probably Wheel to Cremate. We don't have any quality removal like Shackling Strands yet. We've got like Feed the Flames and Cremate to like Evaporate for Trixies, but like this could take out a larger troop that's annoying. No, we definitely don't have enough threats to play Fox. Yeah, I agree. The people that think the Spiders deck is too good are the people that are like trying to play Charge Colossus in their aggro deck. It's just like, well, let's not get to Charge Colossus. Windborne Ascension is great. It's an action for triggering Bombus and it's a threat. This could also just like generate random bombs for you. Born in Nero. Yeah, I really like the wild decks in this format too. The Furryco decks and the Grandfather Elk decks have probably been my best consistently with. So I think my kids broke my headset. You'll notice I'm not wearing a headset. I think my kids broke my headset mic. I'm getting a lot of humming. Like this connection here is damaged. So we're currently using the microphone on my Logitech webcam, which is definitely slightly lower quality than my headset mic, but it's higher quality than my headset mic while damaged. I'm actually like, I actually really feel like this card's not particularly good in this format. Definitely not very good in this deck. None of the cards in this pack are particularly great in this deck. Which again is like fine. Like I said, we've got like 13 playables. We're only into pack 2, so like well on track. We could pick up Rootcrown Bashers. I guess that's fair. Like, nothing in this pack. Like, I could take a Crackling Bag before the board, but, like, we just, like, grab the Basher on the off chance we get a bunch more Bashers. Pack's pretty good for us. Don't want an Apprentice or a Cremate here. Take another Cremate. Also a Sapphire Ice here. I kind of don't mind taking... Yeah, I'm gonna take the Sapphire Ice actually. I kind of like taking resources with a higher priority when I'm into pack 2 and I know that like got a reasonable number of playables already. Like, because I know like this ice is 100% to make my deck. Whereas, like, a Cremate or a second Ashwood Apprentice, like, might not make the cut. Christie's current draft deck has 10 or 9 4 Talon Keep Watchers and 5 Talon Keep Hunters. It's kind of ridiculous. Oh. No, you don't actually eat those, so you're not having them. I think the Caress deck is worse than PA, but I'm not actually sure on that. It might actually be good against the PA deck, but don't quote me on that. I don't think Cry of Gwaine is very good, so yeah, definitely past it. Boisterous Ballad is great, and again, another action for triggering Bombast to do an aggressive threat. Dude, you don't actually eat those. I would love to give it to you, but you don't actually eat it. So stop handing it to me. Do people like Cry of Gwaine? The card's been kind of mediocre. Like two resources for a trick is kind of a lot. You want a different show? Point out your favorite. Man, I'm so sad. We are the second to last person to take a card out of this pack. And look, there's 4 cards in here that I want. There's 2 ice, a cremate, and a hammer. I'm pretty sure it's hammer time because we just like the top of our curve doesn't have a ton. And like this card's just like an enormous amount of reach. Hopefully one of these ice or this cremate get back around to us, but like it's not super likely. Really sad. Next GP or Open I'm going to attend. Maybe never. Look at that, the cremate wheeled Taurus, just like we were hoping. We took the Shackling Strands out of that first pack and that said maybe we'll wheel the cremate, and we did like a professional. GPs and Opens are very, very expensive to attend. Like, for the cost of playing in one GP weekend, let's do math. 150 divided by 7. I could play in 21 Hex Bashes. What do you want, dude? Which one you want? You want this one? Nothing particularly good in here. Man, him and Dreaming Fox is like the nut, right? I guess Hired Horn Hunter is not terrible. We put a Swift Strike gem in this Dorko. I like how the rest of the table, someone's just gonna be like, those should be like, fine, I'll take it, I guess. The Skittering Cultivator's probably fine to pick up here. Good board in against an aggressive deck, because it's just like a 1/4 for 2. Yeah, it's just like, I guess I'm probably a little bit jaded because of how much I've traveled, like, for Paper Magic tournaments, but like, I don't consider spending 2 12-hour days at a convention center a vacation. The Cremate and the Apprentice came back from this pack. Probably the Apprentice at this point. Kinda light on threats. Yeah. I mean, sometimes vacations are to get away from children, right? Kirsty and I are actually going on vacation next month. I need to take those dates off my streaming schedule, speaking of, about a month from now. Kirsty has a business trip to the Bahamas, so we're gonna go there. That, the Apprentice came back around. Okay. Kinda wish I would have taken the third Cremate over the second Apprentice now, since we have 3 of these, but 3 of these is fine. Play 17 resources with some ice, get to 6 pretty consistently. Yeah, people don't like to draft Ruby in this format. Man, talk about cards that are great and limited. This Mad Robomancer with an action creation gem and Swift Strike in it. So, like, limited's really interesting, right? Because, like, the weakest color in a given format means that, the weakest color in a given format often means that you can draft good decks in that shard, because, like, people just aren't in the weakest shard more often, so, like, you're not fighting with other people for playables. So, like, being the only one in a bad shard is like being one of two, is better than being one of 2 or 3 in a better shard. Yeah, Ashwood Apprentice is very good. I like the Trash Meter, the Transmuter, whatever it's called, the one that lets you discard a card and create a random Ruby common. Pretty good one, too. Once you upgrade a resource in the late game to something that has an impact on the board. Hopefully we don't get our Mad Robomancer hero fallen. Seems like that's pretty unlikely. Man, look at this pack. No one's the Tendrils or the Pyre Strike? It's actually kind of a question, right? It's the Pyre Strike. It's like a touch easier to cast. Hopefully we wheel the Tendrils. But there's more likely that someone can splash this as opposed to splashing the Tendrils. Yeah, the Tendrils is reach. I guess that's true. It's like 4 points of reach. I feel like I could be greedy and try and wheel this. It's probably too greedy. Like, the other thing is, though, too, like, I've got 2 Feed the Flames, so, like, this kills things that, like, Feed the Flames can't, whereas this doesn't. I'm gonna take the Pyre Strike. I don't think I'm gonna be super sad. I think I'd rather have the Pyre Strike in this deck just because, like, I already have 2 Feed the Flames and, like, 2 Cremates. But, like, Pyre Strike's just able to kill larger things. Yeah, I like the Venom in this format. Yeah, but I don't know if that's true in pack 3, Jin. Like, if there's another person in Ruby, they're gonna pick up the Tendrils, but there's a non-zero chance that, like, I'm the only one on the table in Ruby. Alright, we're not cremate. This transmuter that we were talking about earlier. Kindler good? Kindler's probably pretty good. Our deck's pretty stacked with actions. And this is 23 playables here, so anything we pick up from here on out is going to need to be an upgrade for something we already have. Or just an ice. Ice, baby. Do. Nice ice, baby. Do. No. Ice. Yeah. Ice is nice, I agree. That turned out pretty well. We don't have any double Sapphire cards either, right? That's fantastic. Normally I like always end up with like 1 double card on each side. It's just like makes the resource base miserable. Like here we can go 10-7 and feel pretty good about it. Oh, baby. Talk about having to be strict upgrade. I actually really like Gallant Duelist in these Bombus decks, but 10 out of 10 taking a Shard of Innovation. Yeah, Windborne Ascension is fantastic. This card's super powerful. Like, the average 3-cost Underworld Troop is very good. You have cards like Rizix and Fentio. You just have like a number of total bombs in there, and like just like getting random Windrakes is fine too. Up Infiltrator. It's not terrible. Griffinson! With the 4-month free subscription. Third of a year. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. I do appreciate it. Want to play as Room Infiltrator? I might not, actually. Actually, this Razor's Edge is probably kind of worse. That many threats. Yes, very likely. I really wish they'd post dates like that sooner. There's no reason the CCS date shouldn't be published at the beginning of every season. So people like know if they're like, we could kind of know because like it's usually the second full weekend in whatever month is following the season end off cutoff date. But Dino, if you're out there, please. Diamond Ice, another Boisterous Ballad. Man, I love me some Boisterous Ballad. There's a Cripple here too, though. Cripple's pretty good. I really don't like coins in this format. It's a lot like in Constructed, right? Just like the coins are so much worse than ice. It's like unreal. Probably want the threat. This card randomly makes like, it's not like Windborne Ascension level bombs, but like it randomly makes things like Scarred Breast pretty reasonable. Had to make some cuts at this point. This isn't good enough. Battle Agenda isn't good enough. Drag the curve down a touch. Yeah, blood coins are fine. Ruby coins are fine. In general, I think they're still worse than ice, though. Because, like, the ice are at tension with the coins because, like, ice rewards you for playing less resources, whereas coins generally reward you for playing more resources. So that's the tension between the two of them, right? So like coins are like, hey, you should play extra resources. You could cycle these if you draw them too late. Whereas like ice are like, hey, nah, man, you should just play less resources because I'm gonna find you a second resource in the early game when you need it. Oh, I don't think I'm gonna play any of these cards. We didn't get any Knob Gobblers, which is kind of sad. Never not going to draw. That's the goal, right? Like, Robomancer on 6 with Boisterous Ballad up to copy him right away. You think so, old youngest son? Creature, double feature. Like, alright, so we got this dual shard here. This is probably just 7 or 6 of these. So 6, 7, 8, and then 8 of these gives us 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I like that. Play Boombus for the champion. You Morgan, there you are. want to put Swift Strike in this guy? I feel like I want to put Swift Strike in this guy for the minor. Do you want Swift Strike or Barry? What do we think? I see that going in either direction. Check it. See, wreck it. See. Yeah, it turns out 17 health is kind of a huge liability. And okay. Not super exciting, but fine. Yeah, it's funny how the WotC lawsuit ended up pushing Hex into being more innovative. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, is my deck thing? Oh, that's a tilt. All right, let me. I rebooted my computer while I was trying to. Lost 2 months worth of uptime trying to figure out my microphone was broken. Such a shame. I love having long amounts of uptime on my computer. Python, py. All right, we'll have a deck list on screen here after this match, after this game, after this. And we wish the draft deck was Turbo PA, right? Yeah, Waffle, the children destroyed my normal headset mic. Don't you dare dingle me, man. Don't you ringle my dingle. Alright, so we got this. It's just hammer time. I feel like it's hammer time. Send a strong message here of what this game is about. About this blazing hammer heading towards your dome. They didn't play the Windborn Ascension cards. They might have a Totem Trap or something like that here. Wow, this is the freest of Emberleaf Invokers here. I didn't put sleeves on my thing. There's some kind of like sleeveless monkey here. Oh, Matman missed it. This could give itself plus defense, so he should have played this out and blocked this. No sleeve, no battle board. What kind of plebeian am I? Did I buy the ship battle board yet? I forget. I feel like I haven't bought the ship battle board yet, and I should rectify this problem. Check my hammer. This card's like terrifying and limited. Guess I just want to Scar and Breath this, right? Rawr. Maybe I was supposed to cremate that, just so like I hit him with this. Possible. Very, very possible. Cremated just 2-2. Could have possibly been a 5-5. They'd be at 6 right now. Very least 7. A pretty good spot regardless. Alright, let's get aggro up in here. We've got a Trixie here. Oh. Alright, let's get the important things out of the way here. Flex sleeve. Battle Cat. Select battle board. Did I buy the ship? I haven't bought the ship yet. What it tilts. Bombus feels like it needs to be on a boat, right? Okay, we'll go with the coastline battle board for now. It's the little things, really. Yo, there's a deck list. Yay, APIs. No ship, now we lose, right? Don't worry, I've got some plat stored up. We're gonna go buy the ship. Infiltrator's okay. I really don't like playing like singleton egg cards in decks that like don't have other egg producers in them. And like, what's the word I'm searching for? I really don't like the 1/1 flyer against Ada. Good one. Turn 3 Lanopause site. Activate my Bombus power. What kind of weird constructed deck is this? Play both of these. It's so weird to me that these are quick. I wonder why that is. What element of design like makes these want to be quick? Is that one good? What do we think about this one, ladies and gentlemen? Is this card okay? I feel like this one might be okay. Alright, well, I guess we're playing our Rudier. Remember when we talked about this one being able to just like randomly make you bombs? Trash tier, completely unplayable. It wouldn't more attention. It's just like this card is just like another chance to like have drafted a bomb. Boros is back, baby. Man, this rabbit looks good in blue, doesn't it? No, no! Oh no! Fine, I wanted the llama anyways. Joke's on you, man. Joke's on you. It still made us 2 charges though, which is like decent. Llama is a very funny llama duck. Boris is likely a thing in Immortal. Nothing is really a thing in Immortal just yet. Speaking of, Immortal Championship this weekend. Open entry since they're restructuring it. Sunday. Maybe we'll do Immortal challenges on stream Friday. Maybe we'll do Immortal challenges on stream Friday. 5 Vine Lash Boris deck. That's hot. It's pretty sweet. Can you get woven into nothing here? Nope. All right. My plans for Sunday are I plan to join the Clash, look at my sealed pool, and if my sealed pool is good, I'm gonna play the Clash. And if my sealed pool is bad, then I'll play the Mortal Championship. The classic twofer. Alright, so I get to empower this Dorko. Play it out. Say, hey, these things can't block. Wind up and smash here. I mean, nobody actually knows what's a contender and what's not. Anyone that's talking like you have some authority on like what's good or bad in Immortal, like you don't have any. You don't have any good authority. Like, we don't actually know is the answer. Yeah, Pippin Hustler sounds great. Free from this Dorko. Yeah, there hasn't been incentive for exploring Immortal for a little while now. Can I interest you in more 6/4s? Yeah, completely agree. Just the gem changes, and honestly, so like that's one of the things I'm looking forward to rotation too. Is that when rotation happens, Immortal will be more distinct from Standard because like a lot of the really powerful champions are in sets 3 and sets 4. It feels like so there isn't that much difference between Standard and Immortal right now in a lot of aspects, except for the gems. And once like Runear Hierophant and Transmogrifade rotate out of Standard, and like we have some other distinctions that'll actually be like its own more unique thing. Oh. Yeah, Spell Shield Dark Hearts. We can play quick. You can have quick Dark Hearts in Immortal. We get to lead on Cerulean Lookout next turn. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, we gonna pick my Hired Horn Hunter back up here. Oh, the Llama I can't play. That's clever. Benediction of Lumos. Yep, that's terrifying. Attack with these. The shard bases, and actually, this is one of the things I really like about how Hex has designed their fixing so far. God, you're a loud child. Because a lot of the fixing in Immortal, because a lot of the fixing in Hex, has to do with the racial shards. A lot of the fixing in Immortal isn't that much better or that different than Standard. It's not like Modern and Legacy where you could like just play X color mush. You like actually have to think about the cards you're putting in your deck. You can't just like put all the good cards in the same deck. All right, so what do we do here? We double blocked. Wait, all right, we single blocked here, and we doubled on this. Do I gain anything by Pyre striking here? Yeah, so if I could deal 5 and that, and then if I Pyre strike one of these two, it's gonna get exiled. They're gonna get to Luminos back the other one. I'm gonna Pyre strike this one, I think. I want this one to go away. The fact that they have the Luminos in hand puts us in kind of a bad spot still. We're gonna need to hit like a Shackling Strands. I guess they need a 7th resource. We didn't get to see 2 of the cards in their hand though, so they could have a 7th resource. That being said, like, taking the Vigilant Duskwing out means like they're gonna have to leave this back on defense, so that's gonna be hard for them to go on offense with, especially when I have Bumblebots to jump with. Phantom, sure. Gargoyle Curator. We're probably going to get buried by those. We need to draw a piece of removal here. Just jumping. Jumping. We have a Scarn Breath and a Hammer in our deck still that can kill this. Shackling Strands, I noted that I wanted to draw this earlier, but... Ow. That hurts, child. We just have to pass. This is probably just going to bury us in the ground. They're going to hit their tombs pretty quickly here. Their deck is so small. So this thing grabs cards from my discard pile and turns them into these Tome of Lores back into their deck. And then eventually they get to start making random dragons and avatars, which are pretty good and constructed. So I gotta imagine they're busto and limited. You on a different show already? Want to attack people with Vampire King again? Vampire King is pretty decent. How many troops do I have in here? A bunch? Perfect. Alright, well, let's do this. Void these 3. Kill this. Robomancer would be nice. Not wrong. We know their last card is the Benediction of Lumos. That action allows me to use this. They could block with everything here, huh? Kind of a risk because I could have a quick action and blow them out. What do you watch? You want to watch Chuck? No, no Chuck. Llamas. There's so many llamas. Old hard cast Member Leaf Invoker. Bye. My evoker, everybody like it, but this one is mine. Ding, they drew the resource, so they're gonna bring back the Windborn Savant here. Into Shackling's Transit. Am I holding the shard for? So he doesn't know that I'm gonna have a champion activation. Oh, Curator's in here. Forgot about Curator. That's much scarier. Yeah. Huh. Alright, Scarn Breath, please. Take another shot at Scarn Breath. I'm Shackling Strandsing this one because I need to Scarn Breath this. Kind of a tilt. Are we dead? I feel like we're pretty dead. Hey! Let go of his tablet. This is an attack, hoping they block enough stuff that I can feed the Flameless Scrounge to kill this Lorgo Curator. Okay, which one do you want, buddy? Which one do you want? Pick one. Yeah, it does keep prophecies when they draw the ships. Which one do you want, dude? Are you tired and cranky because you're sick? Alright, well. We're behind in a lot of ways here. Our mad Robomancer might be able to pull us back into this. Where's your bowl? Let's go get your bowl. Hey, here you go. Paper change? Oh. I mean, the Infiltrator's been like holding down the fort basically. Got some Cheerios? Dad have a bowl down here, a second bowl? Two. One. Alright, hold on. Jacob, hold on. You're gonna get Cheerios, okay? You gotta change your diaper first. Buddy. Alright, sorry about that. I was just instinctually went to pick my headset back up. Like that's not what we're doing anymore. Alright, this gives them free reign to attack with these. I'm not gonna evaporate just yet because I want to, if I draw Mad Robomancer, trigger the Mad Robomancer. Unfortunate. I'm gonna go ahead and cremate this. Gets to decide to start attacking with it. You need more? Yeah. Can you grab the cashews from right there? So far in this game we are drawing 33% more resources than them so far. Cremate, tilt. Again, I'm just gonna hold these for now in case we draw a Mad Robomancer. I would like to trigger my Mad Robomancer a couple of times. Like go wide really quickly. We'll take one more hit from this. Next turn we'll evaporate this. I'm up 3 minutes on clock right now. That's unfortunate. Because this doesn't revert it, it just transforms into a phantom. So if they grab their Lore Curator back here, it's going to be a 3/3 phantom. Never Robomancer. Take 3. They need some rubies, but More rubies than sapphires in her deck by a lot. Draw some. And in before we never draw a third shard and die. Go as expected. Maybe I'm just supposed to shackling strands that. Very possible. You like to take my Thunderfields here? Weird. Alright. And there's a chance. No, this is game 3. What a fucking tilt. I'm so done. Off it. Off it. Done. Saw almost their entire deck in the second game, and they didn't have a deny, and they had a deny for a prophesized card. I want to do. It was randomly generated.